All right. Hello, and welcome to Tuesdays with Tara at 1 p.m. Central, 11 a.m. Pacific. And I am Transformation Tara because I guide people to professionals and entrepreneurs and even busy moms to really reconnect with their truth within them. And I'm going to talk to you today about what your truth is and how that relates to your Dharma and how your Dharma is actually your life purpose. And when I help my clients discover their truth and connect with their passion from within, they start to live a life that has more meaning and want to create more beauty, more joy, more fulfillment, more love in their lives. And then what I often find is that they want to give back in some way and help other people by monetizing their passion and building a business around it. So I really guide entrepreneurs and successful professionals to reach higher levels by creating more fulfillment, more freedom in their life, and reaching to a level of soul calling success. So it is success that aligns with what your heart and soul are actually desiring. I had someone call me just this morning for a speaking event. So I'm really excited about that. Going to be live in front of a couple hundred people in October. And I shared with her how my passion is in helping others to find their purpose and really create their soul calling business, because I think in our modern society and the paradigm that has been in the past has led us to this place where we try to get this certain level of success and then fit our lives in around it. And I'm really passionate about creating your life and then building a business that aligns with how you want your life to look. So at one point, I wanted to spend my summers here on the lakes in northern Wisconsin. It was really intentional for me to create a business where I could be living in different places and do my business from anywhere. People say, "Oh, that's so cool. I mean, you can work anywhere. That's awesome. You and your daughter can, go different places and travel and be international or be across the country." And it wasn't like it just happened. I was extremely intentional in creating it that way. But I also knew that I wanted to do something that really made a difference in people's lives. And this connects with what your purpose is. So I do have a couple of free master classes coming up. And if you are interested, please type purpose in the comments and I will give you a free link and you can see if that aligns with your schedule, one of the next 2 classes that we have. So please put purpose in the comments, even if you're watching this in the replay, and I will check for you and I will directly send you the link to sign up for our next masterclass. And then in addition, while you're here, do keep in mind that I do workshops that are really 2-day intensives to lead people to create their soul calling business, whether you want to receive coaching or learn to coach others. So quarterly, I do these 2-day workshops, and we do have another one coming up. So please also type the word coaching. I was going to say transformation, but that's a lot to type. So just type coaching or coach in the comments and I'll send you the link for that information, because we are doing our pre-registration now and registration opens on Friday and this will sell out. So if you want to be a part of it, you'll want to get on the wait list right now. So make sure that you type coach in the comments and I will share some of that with you. I also am able to share it in some of the banners here coming up. Yeah. Okay, let's get into the 5 keys that I have found after working with executives, professionals, and busy moms over the course of the last 13 years. This woman that asked me to speak also asked me how long I've been in business. I was like, oh my gosh, I left corporate about 14 years ago and really went on a quest to see what my next step would be, what my next career path would be, and how that would look. I wasn't even sure, but I knew I wanted something that deeply connected with what matters in my heart. And I will tell you that I found that. I absolutely love what I do today. I don't find that there's anything more fulfilling than helping others to be more fulfilled. And this really relates to my discussion today on connecting with your true purpose. So in Transformation Terra, in my years of having a yoga school and teaching yoga, the message has always been the same. And it really is live your truth, love your life. Live your truth and love your life. Because if you aren't living your truth, you will notice there are times when you feel a little off. You feel maybe more than a little off, like a lot off, like something is sucking the life out of you. Something is sucking your energy. And it feels like life can be a struggle or suffering. That's how I've felt at different points in my life. And each time I've had to reinvent myself. And I've been called and made jokes around the title, the Queen of Reinvention, because I do continually reinvent myself, whether it was to, move from the city of Chicago to this remote cabin in the North Woods, whether it was to become a single mother, start an international business, where I was traveling 60, 70% of the time, or, move even to Southern California as I did this past year and recreate, business and how that works all along the way. It's always been, what is my heart and soul calling for? And I'm a real believer that if your agenda changes and your goals are changing, that's a good thing. So it's okay. Let your goals shift. It just means you're in a state of growth, right? You're in a state of growth. So that's really good. So I'm going to get on to the keys of finding your purpose. So I do all these different workshops, all these different events, speaking, and people continually ask me, but how do you discover your purpose? How do I know what my life purpose is? And I don't usually have time to get into that because unless you're a client of mine, we're working together long term. Typically on these master classes, they're about an hour long or 45 minutes or something. And I'm teaching something really specific, which is utilizing your purpose to monetize your passion and create prosperity around it. But let's get into the beginning part of it today. Like, what is your purpose? What is life purpose? And why is that important to you? And what is this word Dharma that I'm talking about and saying discover your Dharma? So when I left corporate America, one of the times I did, and I ended up a yoga teacher training in Bali, I started learning so much more about how the Eastern philosophy and these can really impact our lives now to really live like a happier, more fulfilled, more connected life. And I mean connected to self, connected to source, connected to love, connected to those people around you. So just a more connected life. And connection is so important. So Dharma is discovering your Dharma is really your life purpose. And you're like, what is life purpose? What is Dharma? It's your truth. It's living in alignment with your truth. So when my slogan, I'm tying it back to what I talked about a minute ago, my slogan, live your truth, love your life. It's really living out the life that you're meant to be living now. And you will know when you're not because things will not work out for you. They're like little signs along the way. It's like you're trying to swim against the current and you might need to turn around and let the current take you. Let life be a little bit easier. And when you're forcing to make something happen, this happens in relationships all the time, like trying to get someone to be different or change. No, they're not going to change. You have a choice. You either change you or you find the right relationship. It's the same in business. If a certain business is not supporting you anymore because it's like hard and a struggle and it's not working, then it's time to pivot and it's time to look for something different. Take that off for now. So truth, purpose, Dharma, they all align. When I was struggling in corporate America at the end, for a long time, I loved it and it was easy and it flowed. But at the end, when I was struggling, I knew it was time to get out because it was hurting. It was hurting. Not only was it not lighting me up inside, but it was dragging me down. So this gets into my 5 secrets and secret clues to find your life purpose. So backing up, I'm going to start in my own order of how I've created these. And number 1 is, what have you done so far? What have you done so far in your life that might have led you to where you are now? And where you are now, by the way, whether it's amazing or whether it's a struggle, it is exactly where you're meant to be, because even in those times of challenge and struggle, you're in a place where you have an opportunity for learning. You have an opportunity for change. It might take you in a direction that you're meant to go, but you have to actually tune in and recognize you have to recognize that these clues are here for a reason. Like the universe is sending us signs constantly, letting us know that you're either on the right path or you are supposed to make a change. So, in doing that, let's look at everything you did so far, your experiences, your skills that you've attained, your education, your accreditations, like certifications. Like I had a life coach certification. I had a yoga teaching certification. I went to school for English. I was in English literature and business administration. So those are two different areas. But the English and the research and the philosophy, the study of the philosophy in English literature was really, really drew me in. And then the business really taught me how to build a business and understand the numbers and methodology behind it. Then in life, I went into business and sales and corporate, but I also went into yoga, which was more studying the philosophy. So I bring that together today to coach executives and professionals into finding what is their purpose, how can they monetize it and create a life that is more fulfilling and more empowering. When you are more empowered to do exactly what you want. And if you are anywhere near my age, it is middle-aged, then you're at this place in life where you're like, am I doing what I really want to do? And what's next? And do I still have time to do something else and make a difference and create more fulfillment for myself? So in my masterminds, I work specifically with women, and so many of the women are at a place where they are either raising children or their children are leaving at this point or have left. And now it's like, where is my identity? What role do I play? What's left for me? And that is really tuning in to a new purpose, because your purpose for so long may have been supporting your partner and taking care of your children and even being an executive at work. And now it's like, does that really fulfill you anymore? And what's next? And what do you want to create? And is it a life of travel and adventure? And how does that fit in? And is it moving? Is it a new career? Is it a way of helping other women or other people in some way? And how does that look, right? So in order to find that, you look at everything you've done so far, even the nurturing as a mother, even the management skills that you might have attained, or sales skills. I was in sales, so sales really helps me in connecting with people and networking to do what I do today. So number one, looking at your life experience and your skills, education, certifications, maybe it was traveling, whatever it is, that brings you to your purpose. That's one out of the 5 that I've come up with for you today. Number 2, you might want to get out a pen and paper. This is a little more inclusive, and that is creating a core value statement. I would create a core value statement and look at what your core values are. And you can start with a list of like 50, like all the different things that are important to you, all the different things you enjoy, what you love in life. And then you narrow it down to about 10. And then we're going to narrow it down. We would narrow it down, if we were going through this together, to about 3. And the sentences I get people down to are this: my life is not worth living without blank. So look at all your core values and put, my life is not worth living without blank. Maybe it's without freedom, without success, without connection, without love, without swimming. I mean, whatever it is, right? And it could be swimming. And you might want to do something to help other people be amazing swimmers, because it lights you up inside, it gives you energy, whatever it is. And that's the next part of it. I feel most alive or I am most alive when I feel. So whether this is something you do or it's a feeling, you look at all those different core values. It could be making money. And then maybe you're a great money manager and you want to teach other people how to do so. It could be doing yoga. And then you should be doing something within that field, right? So getting really clear on what your core values are, it's all part of it, because it's knowing thyself. In yoga, it's a study of svadhyaya, know thyself. It is number one for you to create an amazing life. You have to get to know yourself on a deep, intimate level so you know what actually works for you and what doesn't, which leads me to number 3. So I've already shared number 1, looking at what you have done so far that's brought you here to this moment. Number 2 is create your core value statement. Number 3, notice when you are not. Notice when you are not feeling your most alive, when you are not feeling empowered, when you are feeling you are not in your higher self. This is so important. And I really take my clients and potential clients, people that I just work with in any capacity to get to know, to look at life right now and say what's working, what's not working. This is where you have to get honest with yourself and say, this part of my life isn't serving me. It needs to change. I'm trying to escape it. I'm trying to not look at it. And if you are interested in doing more of this kind of work, number 1, you can always book a breakthrough session with me. And number 2, I have a quarterly event. This particular event I do once a year. And my next 2-day intensive is coming up in September, and registration is opening this Friday. So make sure that you click below to make the comment coach or coaching, and I will send you a link so that you can get on the wait list right now for free. And there's an opportunity to register on Friday. It will fill up. So this is your chance to get registered before registration's even open. So notice when you're not in alignment, and this might be a way that you can help other people also to know when their life is working or it's not. It helps in your relationships. It helps in leading others, as in leadership in business, in empowering others, even people that work for you, to do what they're meant to do so that you're not on control. You have to help them to look at what, hopefully they're in a skill set that really aligns with what they're good at rather than what they're not good at and what they don't enjoy. And that's noticing when things aren't working, there has to be a change. So number 3 was notice when you're not. Number 4 is look to your wounds. It's not just all your experiences and your skills and your education. It's looking to your wounds. Because if you had a really painful divorce, you might have gained some skills and knowledge that could help other people that go through that. If you went through a tough time in business, but you came out of it, you can help other people learn how to do that. I went through a major life transformation where I left corporate America and started my own business that aligns with my soul calling, and also created a completely new life that is more fulfilling, filled with more freedom and fun. So I guide others to do the same. I have also taken the last 10 years and more to completely study this because I'm so passionate about it. So it's a nonstop study. I'm listening to different books, like I go like this because they're always in my AirPods, whatever, every single day. So you may have done a lot of research around an area that you had pain so you could learn more about it. That research is now something valuable that you have to offer and share with others. So you have to start, you will know that there is a value in what you have done in the past, what you have gone through. There is a value attached to the experiences that you have had. So to find your purpose, look to your wounds. That's my number 4. And lastly, number 5, this is being of service. Be of service. How can you give back in some way and help those people who have had the challenges that you've had? You may be at this point in life where you have gone through a lot, you've experienced a lot, you've studied a lot, you may have had different careers, whatever it is. This has given you some tools that you can utilize to help others in any aspect. So I'm just going to recap how you can find your purpose. Number 1, I didn't say this is number 1, but it might make sense to work with a coach that helps you that specializes in finding purpose, monetize your passion, and creating a prosperous life, which to me encompasses all of life. It's about making money, but it's really about making a life of deep level happiness and fulfillment. So I will repeat that we have an event coming up that you can pre-register for right now. If you list coach in the chat, I will send this to you. And to repeat the 5 clues that I have compiled after more than decades of working with amazing purpose-driven individuals that can move from pain to empowered to create a life they love and a business that they dream of, is to, number 1, look at what you have done so far, what you've been through, because it's led you to where you are now. Number 2, create your core value statement. My life is not living without blank. I am most alive when I feel blank. Number 3, notice when you are not aligned with your truth or your purpose, your Dharma. Number 4, look to your wounds. What pain have you gone through that you can become empowered about by helping others? And number 5, it aligns with this. How can you be of service, give back in some way, and utilize that experience from your wounds to help others and to make a difference in our world? So if you have any questions, thoughts, or comments about this, please do make a comment. I'd love to hear that you're there. Send me a little emoji or a heart or a wave and let me know that you were able to see this. If you caught it on the replay, please type replay. I'm really curious if people are seeing my Tuesdays with Tara more live or in the replays lately. So would love to hear that. Thank you for connecting and tuning in. It is my hope from my heart that this helps someone in some way that needs it. So with that, have a really amazing rest of your summer and invite in the freedom, fulfillment, and fun into your life because you deserve it. And make sure you spend a couple days with me in mid to late September 22nd, 23rd, so we can do an intensive that is going to guide you to see what your purpose is, what changes can occur in your life, and how you can really help others to do the same. This is a super powerful event that is undoubtedly going to make a difference and help in letting go of pain that you've had and really releasing blocks that have maybe even been in your subconscious, so you can change the trajectory of your future by following your soul calling and listening to the sound of your truth. How's that? Okay, so much love to you. Peace out.